Gomaniji Vakorija, Kia ora tato. Hello, you're all very welcome to our virtual gathering to mark St. Patrick's Day, the National Day of Ireland. Bannochtaí Fáilte Pádraig Oribh Galéir. I'm delighted today that we're going to be joined for a special message from Taoiseach Míle Fáilte, the Prime Minister of Ireland. St. Patrick's Day is a pretty special time for all of us of Irish heritage, no matter where we are in the world. It seems particularly acute this year because of the last 2 years of COVID and the impact of the pandemic across the world. And as we will hear from the Taoiseach, our sorrow and our determination to support the people of the Ukraine at this most difficult time for them, at a time of an unprovoked attack on Europe. We look forward to some great cultural performances over the course of the gathering also, but first I'd like to introduce Taoiseach Míle Fáilte.
Happy St. Patrick's Day in New Zealand. Bannochtaí Fáilte Pádraig Oribh Galéir. Tá áthas orm a bheith caint libanúh haar ceann bhuintir na hÉirden agus lá le Pádraig á ceiliúradh going I ngár is a géin. Gach áit inar féidir ló, tá ár muintir ag achcheangan leis an bobal má gúrd. Ár bobal ag achcheangal le na chéile, agus éire ag achcheangal leis an dain. Mar sin féin, tá scá ár geilúradh imlíne leis an déan leachas agus rial dlí fi bhagart. I'm delighted to be able to speak to you today on behalf of Ireland. Our celebrations this year are tempered by the reminder that democracy and the rule of law can never be taken for granted. And so, this year especially, let St. Patrick's Day be a moment to recall and to extol human fellowship, empathy and solidarity, true values of a republic. For let there be no mistake, this is a decisive moment for democratic freedoms and values everywhere. 100 years ago, our country was taking our first decisions as a sovereign democratic state. An early act on the international stage in 1923 was to join the League of Nations. Multilateralism and international cooperation has shaped who we are from the very start. In 1955, we joined the United Nations. 3 years later, our service as international peacekeepers began. Ireland today has the longest unbroken peacekeeping record of any nation in the world. Peacekeeping is a proud tradition ingrained in our culture. 50 years ago, we voted to join what is now the European Union, a union formed in the ruins of war to create unbreakable bonds of peace across Europe. Our European Union membership has added new rich layers of identity, of belonging, and of solidarity. And so, on this St. Patrick's Day, I say with confidence on your behalf, we reassert our unequivocal commitment to democratic and humanitarian values by standing with the people of Ukraine. We again declare our unshakable support for the rule of law. We are one with the people of Ukraine. Their freedom is our freedom. Their struggle is our struggle. Friends, Cháirde, after 2 long years, we are emerging from the COVID-19 pandemic. We have learned a lot about ourselves. We know we are resilient. We've also seen how much each of us depends on the other. We are facing new challenges, but we will face them together and we will prevail. Our people are reconnecting with their communities. Our communities are reconnecting with each other, and Ireland is reconnecting with the world. That spirit of connection will guide us in the coming months. I believe that Irish people everywhere will respond to what is happening in Ukraine with the same energy, compassion, and conviction that we have showed during the COVID crisis. We will be tested economically, personally, institutionally, but we will respond as a proud member of the community of democratic nations and as citizens of a republic. I would like to take a moment to pay a special tribute to Irish people across the world for the manner in which you have faced the pandemic. Ireland is immensely proud of how our people at home and abroad responded to the crisis with humanity, selflessness, and generosity. Our healthcare workers, our aid workers, and our peacekeepers all represent our country with great distinction. there are countless examples of our diaspora reaching out the hand of friendship and of care to the more vulnerable members of our community during difficult times. For that, I thank you. Over the past 2 years, the richness of Irish artistic output has kept alive a flame of hope, a welcome reminder of human potential when we felt most powerless. Ireland salutes you all. And now we're all called upon again in a new and terrible crisis. Together, we will rise to this challenge and the other great environmental and security challenges that face the world. We will work in unity to protect and restore international law and the principles of the UN Charter. We will redouble our efforts to ensure peace and stability across our European neighbourhood. We remember those we have lost in the pandemic. We will honour their memory by strengthening our bonds of community and implementing real change that reflects the important and often profound lessons we have learned. Ní neart go cur le chéile. There is no strength without unity, a sentiment that has a special resonance at this time. We stand together and we stand with the international community of democratic nations. We stand for a better world and we stand against autocracy and oppression wherever they appear. We stand with Ukraine. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Céad Míle Fáilte, Taoiseach. Thank you, Taoiseach Martin, for that important message. Now, as is our wont for St. Patrick's Day, we're going to celebrate by showcasing 3 aspects of our cultural performers. First up is going to be Harps at the Border with Zoe Conway, which is a very special performance, and I hope you'll enjoy it. And lastly, we'll have Tolu McKay, who will perform for us. But in the middle of that, appropriately enough, is a very important little group representing the next generation of New Zealanders of Irish heritage from the Hutt Valley Irish Club. And I'd like to thank Alice Paul and everybody involved in that work there, and also indeed at the different Irish societies right across the North and South Island of New Zealand, all the way from Invercargill to Northland. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you all. Enjoy the cultural performers.
Did you think that I won't be okay right after you left me? Did you think that I'd drown myself in tears while I tuck myself to sleep? Well, goodbye to you. Oh, goodbye to what we used to do. I'll be okay. I know for sure that when I'm on my own that I'll be fine without you. I know if I fall I'll be able to pick myself and soar. I'm just happy it's over. I can be myself and now that it's done and it's over. It took me time for me to see who I am, but now I understand no matter what, I am strong. I'm just happy it's over. I can be myself and now that it's done and it's over. Well, well. Oh, goodbye to you. Oh, goodbye to what we used to do. I'll be okay. I know for sure that when I'm on my own that I'll be fine without you. I know if I fall I'll be able to pick myself and soar. Oh, goodbye. Oh, goodbye to what we used to do. I'll be okay. I'll be, no matter how hurt I may feel, I'll be okay. Even if we're not goodbye. Yes, thank you.
Earlier today, I had the privilege of presenting Shamrock to the Right Honourable Trevor Mallard MP, Speaker of the New Zealand Parliament, in a symbol of the enhanced relationship between our two island nations. So whatever your area of interest might be with Ireland, whether that's in our culture, whether it's in commercial links with Ireland, or any aspect of our people-to-people links, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us. Bannock Tína Fáilte Pádraig, happy St. Patrick's Day to you and your families.